Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy, Dark Argo here with What If Issei was Killer 7, Part 3 of this What If. Other than that, let me begin into this What If. Let me shut the fuck up, and yeah. So we begin into mostly Issei kind of running off, but before kind of like managing to get out of this kind of place, and this is where a hard strike to the ground as he appears, destroying all the trees and making the trees kind of go up. So of course losing mostly Issei's balance. This is where Issei says, wait, what the hell? Oh shit! This is where he smashes into a tree and says, oh, that freaking sucks. I haven't done that since I was basically beginning to be an assassin. Oh, what the hell? What the hell was that? This is where, well, he thought it was just a shooting star until he turns around to see a person with mostly longish black hair, reddish eyes, a kind of blackish kind of cap on top of her head. This is where, well, she has mostly her like uniform, which is mostly like a kind of malish uniform, but not the point. Unbuttoned up, and of course having mostly her breast kind of covered up with like bandages. This is where, well, Issei switched up and said, oh shit, not her. He wasn't expecting her to be here, because he remembers her from mostly, well, cool. She is one of the scariest delinquents at the same time. She is abnormally fucking strong and buff for her age. Which, he only expects that she's not fucking 18. There's no way in hell. But this is where, well, he says, damn it. As we're trying to get out of this place, I literally almost got again. This is where, well, luckily he restored his chi. So, of course, this is where, well, luckily he still has enough chi. So, if he needs to teleport again, he will. This is where, well, either back into that cave or back somewhere, I don't know. He's trying to figure out where exactly he's at. But, of course, he has no time to fight someone like her. So, of course, he just jumps up on the tree, even though it's leaned down, looks all around in an instant, just trying to see where exactly would be good to try to escape her. Until this where, well, another punch actually appears, but this time it's towards his head. He managed to dodge and jump out of the way. This is where he jumped onto a tree that was leaning down again. This is where, well, he noticed that that punch rippled through some trees and destroyed them on the top. He says, shit, can't go from the top. Had to go through the trees themselves. But this girl is not someone to be dodging, or has to be, well, literally has to be dodging, because if I don't dodge, she's going to fucking kill me. This is bad. Really, really bad. Really, damn it. This is where, well, before anything happens, this is where, well, you dodge another punch, and this punch managed to almost, like, destroy his clothing, like, destroy some of the fabric. This is where, well, he winds his eyes. He really has to keep dodging her. So, of course, that's what he does. Keeps dodging, jumping on some of the lean trees and kind of getting out of the way. Because he's not trying to deal with her right now. This is where, well, he would have pulled out his 1000 demon dagger, but he doesn't know if it would help against this monster. He dodges right, left, up, down. He just knows that he isn't going to be too skilled enough to deal with another ninja. He knows that the old man was holding back. But he knows that he's been so rusted in his kind of skills that he knows that he won't be able to defeat this person. This is where, well, he keeps jumping around trying to get away from mostly this person until this is where, well, she says, stop running already, god damn it. She punches the ground once more again, right now making all the trees launch up in the ground, from the ground. And this is where, well, mostly he says, okay, this time don't smash into that damn tree. He managed not to by using the blade itself to stab it, then lift himself up by kind of just like swinging himself up in the air, right now having the 1000 demon dagger still in his hand. But this is where, well, he noticed her actually appear right and behind him. This is where she says, where do you think you're going, Issei? Issei says, shit. This is where, well, all that Issei knew what to do is basically shatter his blades and try to make a shield. This is where, well, he then thinks that won't actually help him. Maybe she's going to be able to break through it because there's a bunch of fragments, and if he doesn't have enough chi, then he will. This is where he then has an idea. This is where, well, he decided to kind of make a little platform right in front of him. A literally little platform right in front of him. Put enough chi into his leg and launch himself. That's what he does in an instant. This is where she wanted her eyes seeing that Issei managed to kind of evade her again. This is where the fragments goes to mostly Issei, and Issei starts fucking running like hell on the ground. He can't deal with her. Right now, no, and not in chance in hell that he can deal with her. Of course, he knows that he gains a little pounds and other things, so of course, he won't be running at top speed unlike, well, original times. This is where, oh, he doesn't know on how to get away from her because entirely she can't supposedly sense him. There's no way in hell to actually sense him. He's not a ninja, so he doesn't use the same kind of chakra cloak or any of that. This is where he then thinks about it. He remembers grabbing one of the mostly one of the fragments was actually stuck in the side of his chest, and he pulls it out. And this is where, it's from the old man, and of course, this is where he then realized one thing: that fragment had chakra in it. So the chakra might have linked into his body somewhat. So that's why he's trying to lose out kind of chakra. This is where, he started kind of looking at the wound. He never healed it fully. And this is where, he decides to do something crazy. And that is just flooding his body with a bunch of chi to try to get rid of his chakra. He managed to get rid of his chakra, but this is where he had to dodge a punch. Well, mostly not dodge it, but try to block it with his hand. He managed to push a chakra out of his body, but the punch managed to almost shatter his arm. This is where he gets launched into a tree, and right now he huffs up a bit of blood. He's like, damn it. Knew it, that punch was going to destroy me. Luckily, I managed to move my head, but that punch managed to rip in my arm. Well, not entirely, but it's broken now. It's his right arm is right now, or not his right arm, his left arm. Damn it. This is where, his left side managed to push out the bit of blood that had chakra in it. This is where, mostly the person says, it seems you managed to actually evade me like that. It seems that you managed to evade me. Isn't that right, Issei? Issei says, damn you crazy son of a bitch. Damn it, why the hell are you chasing me, Daijin? Daijin-san? This is where, Daijin says, well, of course I'm a ninja. Second of all, I was just kind of ordered to find you. Of course, knock you out if you're being too troublesome, but of course, you're being really too troublesome. You make me kind of manage to break a lot of things in this forest. I mean, they can regrow. But entirely, you're being quite of a nuisance. So just come quietly already. Damn, and I know I shattered your arm because it wasn't that strong enough to block it. Well, of course not. I was getting rid of something out of my body. Oh yes, mostly the bit of chakra inside your body. You know that bit of chakra was actually healing your body, right? No, it wasn't. I know what it was doing. It was only making me a tracking kind of signature so you can find me. You use chakra, don't you? Yeah, kinda. You can say I do use chakra a bit sometimes. I also started trying to learn how to do chi. Chi is kind of a little bit more confusing than chakra, but when I get the hang of it, I'm gonna find you every freaking second. This is where, mostly Issei kind of just go, damn it. This is where, Daijin says, the problem is, there's not many chi users in mostly Kuo, or at all anywhere. They only come from one Pacific land, and that's near China. You, on the other hand, is that person. So, you want to teach me how to learn how to use chi? Issei says, hell no. This is where, Issei then says, hey, if you have anything good, fucking use it. And this is where, Issei created a gun from his hand, a reddish gun that had a red dragon head but with green eyes. And this is where, the gun itself says, dragon shot. This is where, it boosted up twice and say dragon shot. This is where Danger widened her eyes and didn't expect this. Boom! This is where the ground itself just shatters right now, destroying everything. This is where exploding Issei away, and of course making Issei kind of just blow away somewhere else. While Daijin also gets blown away. Of course her clothes are all ripped, and of course where, her bandages also got ripped. This is where, she wasn't expecting a dragon shot. But one thing is confusing. That gun actually boosts up even though it wasn't supposed to boost. It's not the boosted gear unless there's a theory, because there's a theory with sacred gears you can actually change their kind of look, which maybe Issei managed to do that. But he never summoned it out. Unless he did summon it out, which it was turned into something else. She then remembers that ring and then realized that Issei's a fucking genius. He can keep the boosted gear always out. The problem is, he can kind of have into a ring and have into such a small point of signature that basically she realized that even though Issei isn't using magic, he's skilled in a lot of things and has found out how to kind of rely on the dragon, we'll see, the sacred gear itself, mostly not just its magic or power, but just on the item itself. Rely on transforming it into something else, like a gun. This is where, well, she smiles, thinking that that son of a bitch is actually more crazier than she can ever be. This is where, well, she didn't realize her kind of press is showing, and this is where, well, someone actually appears saying, "So, did you catch him, or what the hell was that noise?" This is where, well, it was none other than the proctor. He was being healed after a while. Asuka was confused and saying, Dajin, your breast is kind of out. This is where, oh, she glares at the teacher, saying, "Don't you fucking look." Okay, I didn't look at all. God. Asuka says, "What happened?" That bastard's always fucking crazy enough to be deluding and other things. Well, that's what a ninja, well, not ninja, that's what an assassin does. They will try to get away from things. Of course, there's some that always fight, but they die immediately. Problem is, with mostly Issei, who is known as the Killer 7, also known as the Cursed Shadow Assassin, he is quite elusive, and of course at the same time, he is quite one of the most powerful, mostly Shadow Assassins. Well, not entirely powerful, but he is quite smart, genius, and can easily get away from things. Things that he doesn't really like dealing with most of the time. This is where, well, mostly Dodger says, "Oh yes, I fucking saw this." She's not going to tell them about she saw the Sacred Gear or the Red Dragon Emperor. No, she's going to keep that for herself. She is actually finding Issei quite interesting. He's quite smart, can literally think of something really fast in only a couple of seconds or microseconds in an instant, and at the same time he is the Red Dragon Emperor, who literally he just thought of just using it into transforming it into literally a gun, and not like a sword or something. He just thought of making a gun, which made her quite interesting. At the same time, he uses the dragon shot much easier instead of just punching it, because she has seen some dragon shot videos, or not dragon shot videos, some like recorded messages from ninja things, that dragon shots usually appear with mostly the user making a dragon shot and then punching it, which she always thinks that's stupid enough. But of course, this is where, well, she is kind of interested in Issei. This is where, well, the more he grows, the more powerful he might become in the near future. She doesn't mind becoming one of his wives. This is where, well, or maybe his only wife. This is where she's thinking a little too much, but this is where, well, she does know that Asuka has a small or probably large crush. She can't tell. Asuka's a little, well, different. But of course, this is where, well, mostly we go into a time skip of Issei managed to get to the house. He has all his clothes ripped off. There's some kind of like sticks and stuff kind of poking out of his body. He coughed up a bit of blood and managed to get inside. This is where, well, he saw his grandfather. His grandfather said, "What the hell happened to you?" "Ninjas kicked my ass. One almost shattered me again." "Yeah, my arm is shattered. I can't really feel it at all." This is where, well, Garp sighs and says, "Okay, come on. Let's go to the goddamn, well, Marine base. But don't I need to be healed before I train?" "No, you're going to be healed by one of the medical people over there." "Understood." This is where, well, we go into a time skip of mostly Issei finally being healed. He feels his arm being kind of better. Of course, it's not that much. He can't really write with it. But of course, it's luckily the left arm, and he can write with his right arm anyway. This is where, well, he then kind of looks at Garp, and Garp says, "Well, your clothing is fully kind of fixed. Most of your assassin clothing. At the same time, you're fixed up anyway. You better be thinking what's it called, This is where Garp says, "So, did you think of Mrs. Ozzy Argento?" This is where Argento? This is where, well, Issei says, yeah, I thanked her. She has quite of an interesting healing style or whatever. Here's the Sacred Gear. You probably would have actually awoken one also. Did you awaken one? Are you talking about this one? This is where he creates a gun, like a red kind of gun. No, that gun looks familiar. It was supposed to be a gauntlet until I just transformed into a gun, thinking it would be more useful like that. Did you just get the Red Dragon Emperor? Yeah, that crazy bitch has always been annoying me. This is where the Red Dragon Emperor, right now, Empress, takes, "I'm not a bitch. Stop calling me that." Exactly. Wait, the Red Dragon Emperor was an Empress? Hey, I don't fucking know. Shit. You want to join them? No, I'm not joining the Marines. Fuck it. But where the hell did you even find this Mrs. Argento? She was with these crows until we just shot them all down and just, I saved her. And of course, she wanted to be kind of going to this, like, this church in Kuo until I found out that pretty much it's kind of basically abandoned, so we just kept her and said that we would give her a life here. And there was actually people from mostly, well, mostly what's it called, France or Paris or whatever, that can speak the same language as she's speaking. But yeah, we then managed to translate into Japanese, so that's why she was able to talk some pretty good Japanese. You and her are basically similar the same age, 16. Maybe you two can actually finally, well, make up and just be fucking happy together. You two have very troublesome past lives, so why not? Why don't you just, this is where you say, shut up, you old man. I'm not doing something like that. You perverted old man. Hey, I'm not perverted. This is where someone says, Garp. This is where Garp turns around and sees none of Sengoku. His best, well, his kind of friend at the same, well, his friend slash mostly comrade slash mostly his, mostly, high ranking officer, but yeah. Garp says, hey, Sengoku. Don't Sengoku me. What the hell did you do this time? What kind of damage did you put that boy through? This is where, well, I told you to adopt him. I didn't tell him I didn't tell you to murder him. This is where, well, I let you fucking adopt another kid and you fucking almost killed him. This is where, well, Garp says, that ain't my fault. He dealt with some ninjas. Ninjas? Oh, he went to the Ninja Society. Great. For being an assassin, he managed to get into Ninja Society. How the fuck did he do that? He says, I have no clue. I just lied about the fact I was an elite ninja. Someone bought it and I can't believe I was even in there. I tried to get out so many times that I was going through a fucking test and then I almost died. Managed to heal myself, managed to push chakra out of my body. Almost got killed by a crazy bitch. And then I found out that I was basically the Red Dragon Emperor after a while. Or Red Dragon Emperor? Something like that. Besides, this gauntlet here, or now turned to a gun, is supposed to be the Red Dragon Empress. Ah, great. This is fucking great. Garp, you better make that boy a Marine. I already fucking tried. He isn't gonna fucking budge anytime soon. Well, of course not. You basically trying to kill him every day. This is where, well, we'll see Garp says, I'm trying to make him tough. Tough my ass. Hasn't he already went through enough in his fucking past life? This is where both of them are just arguing. This is where old men usually do. And this is where, well, Ozzy Argento says, hello. Sorry, I forgot to give you this. This is where, well, Issei noticed it's a, what's it called, token of the kind of cursed shadow of assassins. And this is where, well, he kind of grabs him from Ozzy and says, thank you again. Thank you for healing me. I appreciate it a lot. This is where, well, Issei doesn't really know how to talk to girls super cute that well. He couldn't really talk to Asuka that well neither. Or even what's it called, another girl that's in the school named Ruby, because they're really fucking cute. They act super cute most of the time, or they're just really cute sometimes. This is where, well, mostly Ozzy is no exception. And of course, where, well, mostly the Red Dragon Empress. And right now, spider tingling senses are tingling because, well, mostly Issei is kind of having an overmelting breakdown. This is where, well, mostly the Red Dragon Empress scoffs and says, just dank her and just tell her to go away. This is where Issei says, I can't just tell her to go away. This is where, well, mostly the Red Dragon Empress says, well, it's either me or her. Who are you gonna choose? I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather choose her. She's actually nice and can heal me. Unlike you, who literally just threatened me and tried to somehow F me when I'm only 16. This is where, well, right now, freaking, what's it called? How can I say? 16 is just a fucking number, and jail is just a fucking place. This is where, well, the Red Dragon just scoffs and says, shut up already. Okay, bitch. God. You don't need to be a fucking bitch. I heard that. Yeah, you can hear me all the way you fucking can. Fuck you. This basically just said. Well, I'm kind of looking at mostly, right now, mostly Ozzy and Ozzy says, you're welcome. This is where she bows down very gently and politely, which Issei does the same. But yeah, just to be kind of polite and other things. He doesn't know much of the Japanese kind of culture and any of that because he hasn't been here since like so many years. He's been only taught in the kind of Chinese kind of proper way. At the same time, not really taught, he just taught himself because he needed to get into places and he needed to be polite somewhat. Other than that, that was only for assassin missions, but yeah. So we go into mostly a time scale for mostly, well, all that happening. We go into Issei kind of going to school the next day. Of course, where, well, Garp has literally 3 bump marks on his head, like just hit marks. The reason why is because Sengoku beat the shit of Garp yesterday. But yeah, for the fact that mostly Garp should really teach the kid how to survive in the fucking real life world. Because entirely, the kid is just learning by himself. He knows that much. The kid is quite smart and, of course, intelligent to just learn by himself. But that won't actually help in the outside world. And, well, not entirely all of it. So, of course, with that happening, mostly... With all that happening, mostly, both, both, what's it called, Sengoku and Garp were basically just talking on how to actually make Issei much more comfortable into the normal living world instead of living as a assassin most of the time. He does know that Issei still kind of does somewhat assassin missions, but not much. Of course, he doesn't know that, but he still thinks that most of the kids does still do assassin missions. If that's the case, then Issei is literally still a threat to someone. But not entirely. The kid looked like he kind of gained some pounds and other things. He looks like he's too rusty in his own techniques a little bit. Not much, but it looks like the kid has a determination eye to actually improve back again. If that's the case, then yeah, he would just let Issei kind of train in the Marines for a bit to actually get his mostly strength back, other things, and just try to become the greatest assassin again. But yeah, if the kid really wants to go through that whole thing still. But yeah, that was happening. This is where, well, mostly Issei is right now in his homeroom, classroom, just dealing from the fact that teachers keep talking. Issei is trying to pay attention to this. He's paying attention, but he's not much. He's really just doesn't really like this place. Not entirely. He doesn't even know why he chose Kuo. Actually, no, it wasn't even him that chooses Kuo. It was literally his grandfather that chose Kuo. The reason why he thought mostly multiple girls can definitely make Issei's heart become less colder and more or less murderous half the time. Of course, it does work on Issei a bit, but not much. He's not entirely a true pervert. He just doesn't want to deal with too many things. He wants to have a normal life, a normal school life, well, his kind of assassin. But of course, mostly we go into Issei kind of just like sitting, waiting until someone actually sits next to him, and there's none other than Alexia. Alexia says, "Hey, this is where mostly Issei says, hi. Didn't see you the whole day yesterday. So what happened?" Issei can't just tell her about the whole ninja society he was at. That was fucking crazy. No, he's going to be like, I went home and stayed home forever. That's where, mostly Alexis says, I see him. Particular, any reason why? Yeah, there's a particular reason. This is where, mostly Issei didn't want to say it. He wanted to say basically, you girls are just bothering me way too much. But this is where, mostly Junko appeared next to him and says, yeah, there's probably a particular reason, Alexia. He probably just doesn't like you. That's why he likes me more. This is where both of them starts holding onto his arm, which made him confused and annoying. But this is where, he couldn't just say, can you leave me alone? No, it just didn't work like that. This is where, Issei switch off and just says, But yeah. We go to the time skip of mostly both of them arguing. The second hour kind of comes, but this is where, Junko's the only one in his classroom. Because she's the only one else who doesn't really have those kind of like upper class things. She only has first hour, that's because the homeroom is just like meh. But this is where, we go into the second hour, and this is where, Issei is just coughing to his hand, talking to Junko now. This is where, Issei says, so what do you even want, Junko and Nishima? Junko says, what do I want? Not much. All I want to know is how much people I can see feel in despair. And you don't like me entirely. Oh no, I do. You're, mostly the Killer 7. You're from this place. Not many people know about it, but I have heard of a few rumors about Killer 7 being here, Killer 7 being there. And I'm not gonna lie, your work is quite interesting. You're quite powerful, strong, amazing, and can definitely make a lot of people feel nothing but despair, losing their hope, and mostly, their hope in miracles and other things, just because how strong you are. So tell me, Issei, how about me and you go out? Go out where? Oh, out, just go on a date together. Me, you, and just no one else. Issei watched off after seeing how this girl is kind of crazy. She seems to be quite yanderish. And he knows the term because, well, he has watched anime. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei says, what if I don't want to? This is where, well, she smiles with this creepily evil smile and says, oh, sorry. Was I asking you? No, I was fucking, well, demanding of you to do it. Bitch, no one demands me anything. This is where Issei right now glares at her with a murderous look, which she just gets kind of turned on, so she gets staring at me more like that. This is where, well, Issei gets nervous and says, yeah, I'm not gonna stare at you more like that. Oh, come on, no, please. Stare at me. Right now, dominate me. This is where, well, she's kind of going on and on and on, and this is where Issei swears up and says, you know what, she's crazy. Nope, Issei starts kind of moving away from her, slowly, but the teacher kind of didn't notice this, but yeah. But Junko did and said, wait, where are you going? Issei says, I'm fucking going over here, far away from you. This is where Junko glares at him, but yeah. But this is where, well, we go into basically the next hour. Junko's not there, thank goodness. This is where he's right now in art. And yeah, we go into mostly a time skip later on. But yeah, besides mostly art class, he doesn't really have many people, that many girls. Some guys are glaring at him because he got Alexia to try to go out with him, which mostly Issei just rejected instantly. Which not many people would reject. But Issei is the motherfucker who does reject. He wants to have a peaceful life with no one bothering him. But yeah. But of course that is happening. But this is where, well, there's actually someone sitting next to Issei. It's a girl with kind of like bluish hair. Bluish hair and kind of like these bluish eyes somewhat. So of course the other person right next to him is named Shirin. She has kind of like bluish hair and the two pigtails and kind of bluish eyes. She seems to always be kind of depressing as hell and of course always stoic as hell. Which mostly Issei kind of just is glad because she is not the talkative type. She won't bother him and it's a good thing. That's where, well, she does kind of keep giving him glances, which is weird, but he kind of tries to ignore it. Until the teacher says, okay, we're going to do group project. The people on your table will be basically your group. There's a lot of people saying, oh, fuck, no. Some people are crying out, but yeah. But this is where, well, mostly both Issei and Shiro kind of just look at each other. This is where, well, Issei's kind of like brownish, kind of darkish black eyes are kind of looking at mostly bluish crystallized eyes. Issei sighs and says, well, I don't think we ever met. The name's Issei Hiro. Your name is? Shirin. Shirin? Okay. Shirin. I guess we're doing a project together. Yep. So what is it exactly? No clue. Okay, what you guys are going to do is anything. You can do anything. This is where, well, a bunch of people are struggling. Issei and even Shirin are just struggling also. This is where, well, they both kind of think about it. They can do clay projects and other things. I mean, that's the best they can do most of the time. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, ah, damn it. This is where, well, mostly she's coughed and also her hand. But yeah, this is where, well, both of them starts trying to figure out what to do. But yeah, but this is where, well, mostly we go into a time skip of mostly what they figure out what to do. It's just a castle. They said, fuck it. This is where, well, mostly they're kind of like starting to build it. But yeah, this is where, well, the teacher said, oh, well, there's not enough time because the bell has already ring. This is where both of them were just cleaning up and going to class. This is where, well, Shirin says, well, that was interesting. Yes, that was interesting. You don't talk much. You neither. Well, that is true. This is where both of them are just giving out very, very light comments to each other. This is where, well, mostly she then says, you're not very popular or good looking. Hey, says the one who's popular and good looking. You think I'm good looking? What, aren't you? This is where, well, she blushes and says, well, I am. This is where, well, she tried to kind of like cover her kind of like chest and says, you're compensating for that, aren't you? She said, no, I'm not. I am a proud woman who has, yeah, basically you're kind of flat. This is where she said, I will hit you. Do it then. This is where, well, mostly she glares at him and then just coughs into her hand and says, whatever. If you're really if you're very confident or unconfident, I think I know of a way for you to probably get it bigger. I'm not saying I know. This is where she turns around, goes up to him, and just kind of pulls him into the bathroom and says, tell me. This is where, well, Issei says, wait. Why are we in the girls' bathroom? Shut up already and just tell me. They're basically in the kind of like toilet, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly he is shocked. But this is where, well, mostly, well, Shiro says, tell me. This is where, well, they hear movements outside, and this is where, well, mostly both of them covers their mouth. This is where, well, Issei covers mostly Shiroi's mouth, while Shiroi covers his mouth. This is where, well, both of them were shocked to believe that fact that they thought of it fast enough. This is where, well, mostly, well, a lot of people, like a lot of girls coming in, this is where they say, ah, damn it, the toilet's right now being used, god damn it, bitch, hurry up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you get the point. This is where they had to wait a couple of minutes before they actually walk away and just said, fuck it, go to the next bathroom. This is where, well, both of them sighs, and this is where, well, they kind of say, okay, that's crazy. This is where, well, Issei realized that he is really close up to her. This is where, well, she's also close up to him. This is where, well, they are both kind of really just close as hell. This is where, well, mostly Shiro started kind of leaning in closer until she realized something's poking her. This is where she looks down and Issei says, sorry, I'm embarrassed. Sorry about that. This is where she kind of just smiles and says, so, have you never got a girl next to you? No, I have multiple. That's annoying the hell out of me. But yours were way too close. Sorry about that. Oh, come on. We're basically male and female. It's natural, isn't it? Do you really want your freaking college size or not? Well, since I managed to get you kind of that, well, how should I say, very, very rock hard, then maybe I need it, maybe I don't. Maybe I just need you. This is where, well, mostly Issei scoffs and says, the place you just want to go is this. This is where, well, he told her where it is and just kind of tried to walk away. But before walking away, this is where she kind of hold on to his hand and says, wait, if you don't mind, would you like to go on a date with me? Issei says, yeah, I'm gonna go with a no neither. This is where she scoffs and says, really? Hey, I already have multiple girls lining up to me for no reason other than the fact that I'm basically Killer 7. Wait, why the fuck did I just say that out loud? She then says, Killer 7? I heard of that name from somewhere. Oh, you didn't hear it from anywhere else. No, goodbye. Issei walks away, and this is where she scoffs and says, whatever. This is where, well, she noticed about mostly a, kind of coin fell out of mostly Issei's pocket, but it wasn't actually a normal coin. It was actually from mostly the same country that he went from to trying to be an assassin. That's where she looked confusedly, but just decided to pick it up. She will ask one of her friends to kind of look at it. But yeah. But of course, we go to the whole day. Issei kind of bumped into some girls. Some girls were kind of cute, some girls were not. Some girls were stoic, tsundere, somewhat like Shiroi. Some of them were like quite psychotic, similar to their Junko and whatever. This is where, well, Issei switch off and realizes that he's getting either a popular raise or he's just bumping into people that's unlucky as hell like him. But yeah. This is where, well, mostly we go into Issei kind of getting out of school and finally walking away. He's like, finally, out of school, time to go home. But yeah. This is where, well, someone rushes up to him and says, move! This is where, well, mostly Issei turns around to just see a girl right now smash upon him and make him fall down again. This is where, well, this time it's a girl that he already met, but her name is Sarah. And this is where, well, Sarah says, ow. She has like these lightish purplish eyes with blackish kind of hair. And this is where, well, mostly Issei's opinion, she is fucking adorable. This is where, well, Issei says, Sarah, why the hell did you bump into me? Sarah says, I told you to move. Why didn't you move? This is where, well, Issei sees that basically she is truly on top of him. There's no holding, well, mostly the hands on the other side not holding onto anything, and she's just on top of him. This is where Issei says, damn it, stop it. Don't rise up. No. He's trying to think of, like, mostly thoughts that should not make it rise up. This is where, well, all he's thinking about mostly how soft and mostly, well, gentle they are. Those voluptuous melons. This is where, well, mostly Sarah says, ow, there's something poking me. This is where he says, can you get up? This is where Sarah says, yeah, wait, let me, ow. God, are you a brick wall or something? And this is where, well, says the one who literally smashed into me. Why would you smash into a brick wall then? Actually, how do you even know the feeling of smashing into a brick wall? Sarah scoffs and says, shut up already. This is where she stood up, but mostly still sitting on mostly Issei's crotch. Issei says, wait, Sarah, move. This is where Sarah says, huh? This is where, well, she feels something poking her and says, is that What I think it is? My phone, yes. No, I know what that is. Wait, you do? Yeah. I'm not stupid there, Issei-kun. I can't believe you're actually turned on by me. You know, that's a little perverted, you know that? If people hear about this, yeah, they'll hate me, blah, 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 blah. I already know this. She then smiles and says, so tell me, are you really turned on by me? I thought you were cute. Now you're being very lustful as hell. Yeah, you're right. This is where, well, she tries to get up, but this where, well, she slipped again, and this where, well, she revealed her tail. This where, well, she's actually a kind of wolf. This where, well, a werewolf. This where she said, you don't see this tail, do you? You, this where, well, it's kind of like trying to hold it back, not trying to rise up, but this where it looks up to see a tail, and this where he's like, what's with the tail? Uh, so, you don't see this, do you? No. This is where Issei grabs the tail, and this is where, well, she said, don't pull on it. Stop it like that. That hurts. That hurts really bad. This is where she says, so fluffy, so cuddly. I want it. This is where, well, this is where Sarah says, hey, stop that. This is where she's crying, and this is where Issei says, sorry. I think I just got a little carried of myself. This is where, well, Sarah says, no, it's fine. So you saw it. Now have to move this way. Well, Issei pulls her in closer like a hug and says, you're not moving schools. No. I think I decided now. You will become mine. This is where, well, we'll see Sarah say, yours? Yeah, why the fuck am I talking like this? This is where, well, we'll see Issei realize what exactly he's talking about. And this is where, well, Sarah just kind of hugs him. Well, Issei says, why did I just think of it like that? Fuck. Staying around Garp is going to literally fucking make me become a pervert like him. Or who the hell did I learn it from? Or was it? It was probably. Damn, I should really stop talking to grown up because they're gonna keep making me say random shit. Probably. That's where Sarah says, "There's still something poking me." This is where, well, Issei realized he relaxed way too much, and of course, where, well, mostly Sarah says, "But still, I don't care. If I'm yours, then I'm yours." That's where she then smiles, which mostly Issei blushes and says, yeah. This is where mostly Issei, it's just the fact he's all red entirely. Sarah's kind of grinning, but of course she's also red entirely. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, we should probably get up so people don't look at us like this. This is where, well, they hear kind of coughing, and they look up from behind and see a lot of different girls. Asuka's there, Ruby is there, even with the cop. Well, Ozzy is there with some other people, but yeah. This is where, well, Issei says, oh, fucking hell. Well, Ozzy is not there, but this is where, well, mostly he says, oh, fucking hell. He tries to get up slowly, but this is where, well, someone right now restraining with magic bindings is where he says, oh, shit, can't escape. Nope. Sarah's confused and says, what is happening? This is where, well, mostly another person walks up to Sarah and says, are you okay, Sarah? Sarah says, of course, I'm fine. This is where, well, mostly he says, oh, shit, I'm fucked. What the hell do I do? What do I do? Wait, I know what to do. This is where, well, he says, hey, dragon, if you can hear me, I'm going to do a dragon shot. You can, but it's going to take a lot of power. I won't be able to help you too much. That's fine. This is where, well, Issei's concentrating his magic, and of course, mostly his chi, into one attack that should blow him away and probably kill him. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. Because this situation is probably in those like romance, mostly novels that he had read before, which he really shouldn't be reading shit like that no more. This is where, well, he says, come on. This is where he opened his eyes just to notice was a call. Well, Alexia right in front of him. Alexia says, what are you doing? He says, concentrate my magic chi power into basically one attack that should blow me away and everything. Huh? No, that's not, wait, what? This is where, well, mostly he says, wait, what? This is where, well, both of them just stare at each other. This is where Alexia says, no, I was talking about what were you doing with Sarah? Hugging her? Her wolf tail is literally soft, so I couldn't resist. Okay, anything else? Nope. This is where, well, we'll see Alexia say, so if I sit on your crouch, it will be fine. It will be kind of no huge bump, would there? Dragon shot. This is where Issei was about to shoot a dragon shot from his mouth until someone managed to see this and of course tried to stop it in an instant by making a barrier. This is where Issei just shot it to the ground, and of course it was just a small little thing to just blow up right now. Crack the ground, and this is where Issei was free. Issei's gone. I'm out of here. Bye. Issei can barely run, but this is where he jumped into a shadow and gone. But yeah, this is where half of the girls sweat up and then notice that Sarah's all flustered and blushing, saying, "Wow, can't believe he's that strong, and he complimented about my tail." This is where, well, she's shaking it, of course. This is where, well, we'll see her tail's kind of moving, but yeah. This is where, well, the other person kind of just like says, "Sarah, I didn't know," well, she kind of grins and says, "Sarah, I didn't know you'd get a boyfriend. Damn it, I was so close to get a boyfriend also a while ago, but I couldn't. Because mostly he saw my tail and he got scared." "Oh, don't worry about that, mostly." So the other person had kind of bluish hair, not reddish hair, mostly bluish hair with kind of bluish tail. And her name was, well, Umi. Umi kind of just says, "I haven't actually found a boyfriend. So, Sarah, would you like to share?" This is where, well, Sarah says, no, I think I'm good." "You're so mean." This is where, well, Umi kind of says. Another person actually appears. She kind of has, like, reddish fur and kind of, like, reddish hair and reddish eyes. Her name is, well, her name was Flay, and this is where, well, she says, "Sarah, don't be so greedy." This is where, well, both of them, all three of them were kind of arguing because they were trying to just, well, mostly ask for the fact that they want Issei, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Issei is swear-chopping at this, but because he's right now on top of the roof, he's like, "Jesus Christ, how many girls did I attract?" And this is where the Red Dragon Emperor says, "That could be because of me. Since you kind of have the ring always activate, it does kind of release some, well, mostly hormones of dragon towards any girl that's nearby. So, good luck with that." Issei said, "You fucking serious? You couldn't mention that shit later or earlier?" This is where she said, "I mentioned it now? Fuck you, damn dragon. Yes, do that." "No, I'm not." "You're such a perverted dragon. I'm out of here." This is where, well, before Issei can actually escape, this is where, well, someone actually appears right in front of him. Someone with blondish hair and bluish eyes. She was there over there with a group of girls, but she noticed Issei quite faster. He said, "Ah, shit, you can't be serious. Who is this girl?" "Don't know. A lot of people call her Lady Alpha, if you can pay attention." Issei says, "I suck at paying attention. So no." This is where, well, mostly, well, this person right now looks at mostly Issei and says, "Where do you think you're going there, Killer 7? "I'm going home. Where do you think else?" "Well, you think I'm gonna go assassinate someone? Yeah, I threw that life a while ago. Other than that, bye." This is where Issei right now jumps away from her and right now starts kind of running off. But yeah, this is where you just jump over the fence and start running off on the roof and then getting out of here. But yeah, this is where she scoffs and says, "Damn it. I could go chase after him, but instead, nah." Other than that, I'm gonna leave it off here for mostly part 3 of this What If. Bye, soon, yeah.